I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Underdeveloped, and today we have another review for you, The Boy and the Heron.
Mm-hmm.
It is a Studio Ghibli movie.
Yep.
It's a Japanese company. They make a bunch of good films. Spirited Away, which I love.
Yeah. Spirited Away, made by this same director, Hayao Miyazaki.
Yeah, he does a lot of Studio Ghibli stuff.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, this is probably one of the biggest. It's probably one of the most loaded casts for an anime movie I've ever seen.
Oh, definitely. Like, Studio Ghibli movies would, like, normally they would have, like, maybe half as many celebrities at most. This is massive.
My favorite working actor in Hollywood, Christian Bale. They try to mark him as the lead, but he's not the lead.
He's really not.
He really isn't.
He's barely in the movie.
Really gets me mad, because that was a big selling point for me with this movie.
And it's especially annoying because he flat was the lead in another Studio Ghibli movie by the same director.
Yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, he's a fan. That's cool because he's a high profile actor.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? So like anime they don't operate within union parameters. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So they don't really shove out that kind of money. So the fact that he still wants to do it shows that how good these movies really are, and I guess how much of an impact these movies have on them.
Yeah, the prestige that these movies bring with them. Story of The Boy and the Heron is basically about the story of this young boy named Mahito in 1940s Japan. He loses his mom in like this big fire in the beginning of the movie, and ever since then he's been having these nightmares of dreams, of visions, of basically just reliving the experience. And he's trying to acclimate back to life as he's just moving to a new town with his dad already moving on to a new wife, being the sister of the mother for
his aunt.
Yeah, his aunt. And
he calls mom at the end of the movie.
Well, we're not up to there yet, but yes. Yes. So basically, he's struggling to get acclimated to things. He's trying to fit in, but he can't fit in because he's the new kid, and he's going through all this trauma, and he has no real outlet to express it. And along the way, he notices that in this new house in the middle of the forest that he's moved into, this weird gray heron, this weird-looking bird, just keeps staring at him and starts even calling out to him and speaking to him. And it's trying to lure him into this tower. Everyone's warning him not to go near the tower, but he insists because he's curious and he's stubborn and he's rebellious. And he's told that his mom is going to be in the tower. They actually talk to her again. But then after initially rejecting the offer, he eventually goes back because his stepmom goes missing. And it's very heavily implied that she's missing because she was taken by the heron into the tower, into wherever the tower is leading. So he follows the heron into the tower and ends up going into this whole new weird world that's sort of between dimensions and time. It clearly exists outside of time. I don't fully understand it, but it's this weird dimension where a lot of interesting things happen. You have talking animals that are like anthropomorphic. You have all these spirits roaming around. It's like this very chaotic kill or be killed kind of society that's just struggling to maintain order. And I think that's the point where that the Miyazaki was trying to get across with it. And along the way, he meets all the people that inhabited the past versions of characters we saw previously in the movie, and also the granduncle who was basically created this world. However, he did that, and
he did it using the stone.
Yeah, but I don't fully understand how that works. I just know he did that to do that, but I don't understand it any way outside of that. I thought there was I'm not going to get my thoughts, but basically he's there to rescue his mom and his stepmom, and he gets wrapped up in all this shenanigans, and he makes friends along the way, even forming a bond with the gray heron that led him there in the first place. And then he basically just rescues everyone and resets things back to the way they were, and that's basically the movie.
Well, at the end, didn't that realm get destroyed and all the birds kept flying out?
Yeah.
And it reverted back to normal birds?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not resetting. That's kind of like.
Yeah, but as far as we know, that didn't affect our world at all.
But it affected that world though.
Yeah, a world that's apparently was a world that shouldn't even exist to begin with because some dude created it in 100 years before.
But all these creatures exist within it though.
Yeah, but but they used to exist in the real world before they flew into it.
Okay, so when he flew into it, became...
Yeah, like that's what we know that's true because when Willem Dafoe, the pelican, dies, that's basically what he said. We all got trapped here, and we all started eating the baby souls because we had no food to eat here, and we didn't want to starve.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's get to what we thought. This movie, I was really excited to see this movie, but after leaving it, I wasn't excited anymore. The only other Studio Ghibli movie I seen was Spirited Away. We saw that on the channel, but that review got viciously blocked.
Yeah, it got us a copyright strike. So yeesh.
That was that's actually the first time that's actually the first time we've ever gotten something like that. So
that was scary.
We wasn't gonna test those waters out. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately that couldn't be released, but it was a great experience. I thought that movie was fantastic. And in terms of Studio Ghibli, nowhere near close. Mm-hmm. All these day and night.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's seen a lot of their bigger releases, like I've seen quite a few, and I also agree. I think this is like one of their weakest, easily, so maybe even their weakest. No, that's not Ghibli at all. Like, but again, most of them have like more cohesive plots. A lot more of them are more focused and have like. I feel like it's just a lot clearer what you're supposed to be getting out of them. Well, this one, it just feels kind of jumbled by comparison. Miyazaki, I know Miyazaki spent like 7 years making this fucking movie, but I'm like, it sounds like you have a lot of ideas mixed together and they're not entirely fleshed out.
Yeah, and certain, this movie obviously had potential, you know what I mean? Like, it definitely had a lot of, like, interesting ideas and a lot of similarities to, like, movies like Spirited Away. Like, this kid getting caught into this like kind of like mystical world with these weird creatures. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was interesting, but then it kind of looked like the plot started to meander a little bit. It got a little boring, dull to me, like as the movie really got going. But then it had its moments, and then it had like highs and lows. Mm-hmm. Like to see Willem Dafoe was really good.
It was, yeah.
Like you had these good moments, but overall the movie kind of meandered, kind of got boring for me. Kind of got slow, but it went to a constant process of like. So I said highs and lows of like
it was
like good scenes and then scenes is like kind of boring and certain ideas that I thought just wasn't like I thought that what happened at the end kind of like it kind of I guess
it was rushed.
It was rushed. It wasn't really earned. Like the main character, I just found it weird. The main character like accepting the stepmom as his mom. I don't think that was the moral that the story was trying to go for. It was kind of about accepting her death and moving forward, not about finding a replacement mommy.
Yeah, because like the thing is, all the scenes that actually set that up happen like an hour, at least an hour or more before that even happens. So you've already forgotten them. It just feels really weird. I'm like, no, you haven't done enough to establish this.
Yeah,
like it's just kind of weird. Like, especially since his actual mom is right there for a good chunk of it, and she's a kid, and they don't address until like the very, very end where they're saying their goodbyes. Because it was very obvious that's who she was. It was very strange that Mahito had nothing to say about it for so long.
Yeah, I'm like, I found that also was really fucking weird for me. I was like, what? Because she was such a vital character. Like, she was helping him like transition. She was like kind of like his second main character when he was in that world. Underuses of Christian Bale.
Yes.
But then put him as number one. Weird.
Yeah, I never like that when movies do it. That we're like, oh hey, we have this big actor in our shoe, but he's the star totally, even though he appears in like only a handful of scenes.
This character was like just forgettable. Whatever.
Yeah, he didn't have any particularly memorable moments or cool lines. Like he's basically a plot device there, just establish the tension for the main protagonist. Really, that he feels disconnected from his father. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's fine to have a character like that, but to have, like, this big actor and try to prop him up like he's the star, that puts a bad taste in my mouth. That's what really fucks me over with it. Also, like, speaking of actors who were in the movie a lot more than I expected, Robert Pattinson, I wasn't expecting to be in the movie as much as he actually was.
He's way more main character than Christian Bale was.
Oh, definitely. I can see why he's a title character, especially since that performance is just so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even sound like him. It's insane. Mad props to Robert Pattinson for that. Mad props. Because everyone else you could tell exactly who they are. But that one, like, no. He put on a voice. And it was great. It was cool. Like, the performances are good consistently throughout the entire cast. Even, like, the main character who's not really, like, he's not a star or anything, but he's very well holding his own against these stars that he's acting against. But that being said, really, it's just the plot where like is the main issues with this story. It's just not the pacing is kind of off, and it just doesn't do the plot enough service. Like that's basically it's like the visuals are good as they always are in a Studio Ghibli movie. You're kind of expected that when you're going to one of these movies from such a highly acclaimed studio. Also, I really didn't care that much for the score. Like it sounded really good in trailers, but the more I heard it in the movie, I'm like, it really is the same 5 beats over and over and over again, isn't it? And it got really repetitive. By the time the movie was over, it was like kind of it was jarring at me. I'm like, stop! I don't need to hear over and over and over again, because that is literally the score from the whole movie.
Honestly, that didn't really register to me. I wasn't really paying attention to that, if I'm being honest.
Fair enough. But anyways, I'd say it's a pretty good movie. It's enjoyable. It's mostly enjoyable, but again, just the pacing of it. This is a movie I'm definitely gonna be rewatching certain scenes and definitely not the whole thing for a long time, because this movie is just kind of okay at the end. Because all the good stuff is balanced off by all the meh. That's what I gotta say about it.
Cool.
Do you have anything to add, or should we jump right to scores?
I'm good.
All right, so we're getting right to scores for Are the Boy and the Heron. I hate to go this low for this kind of movie, but I just feel like I have to. I'm thinking like maybe 64, really.
Wow, that's lower than I was gonna go. I was gonna go like 72.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see why, because like I can definitely see people getting a little more out of this movie than me, but I struggle to see people getting like a whole lot more out of this movie than I do. Because like this movie has like pretty good scores on like Rotten Tomatoes and everything. I'm like, it's just not that good. I think you're letting the hype get to you.
No, yeah, that's what I think too. But you know what I mean, but that said, this movie has stuff going for it, but overall, it has misfires, some decisions that I don't really mess with. It does meander. This movie can get pretty boring, especially as you get into it, but also has interesting moments as well. So it's like, but the acting is done well, has some really good emotionally gripping scenes. So, you know what I mean, and the presentation from like a production standpoint, like the animation style, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll give it like a low 70s. That's how I'm feeling on this.
That's cool. Yeah. But anyways, I'm sure you're free. Please let us know what you thought of this movie down in the comments below if you've bothered to see it yet. I'm sure many of you Studio Ghibli fans are probably going to see regardless of what we say. So I hope you have a fun time. Please make sure you support good movies in theaters. And with that being said, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. They're there to be pressed, damn it. We'll see you next time, folks. Peace out.